Welcome to the Executive Recaps. In this video I will explain Halloween Ends 2022 horror thriller on Halloween night 2019. Corey Cunningham is babysitting a small child called Jeremy, who plays a practical joke on Corey by trapping him in the attic. Corey unintentionally pushes Jeremy over a stairway railing to his death just as Jeremy's parents get home. Corey is suspected of murdering Jeremy on purpose but is found not guilty of manslaughter. 3 years later, the town of Haddonfield, Illinois is still reeling from the fallout from Michael Myers' last murdering spree, despite the fact that Michael has gone. Laurie Strode is writing a memoir after purchasing a new home and moving in with her granddaughter, Allison. Meanwhile, Corey is now working at his stepfather's salvage yard, which is still reviled in the community. He gets tormented by high school bullies on his walk home one day and injures himself as a result. Laurie follows him to the doctor's office where Allison works. Allison and Corey fall in love and go to a Halloween party together, but Corey is confronted by Jeremy's mother, quits the party, and runs into the high students. An unknown person throws Corey from a bridge and drags him into the sewers. He awakens in the sewers and encounters Michael, who has been living there for the previous 4 years. Michael decides to let Corey go after grabbing him by the throat and experiencing the same darkness in Corey's eyes as Michael saw in his own. A homeless man with a knife confronts Corey on his way out of the sewers. Corey stabs the man to death in a scuffle and leaves. Corey and Allison go out to dinner, but Allison's ex, who is a cop, shows up and harasses them both. As a result, Corey later lures the officer into the sewers, where Michael murders him. Allison discovers that she was passed over for a promotion in favor of a coworker who is having an affair with the doctor. Corey and Michael collaborate to murder the doctor and nurse in the doctor's residence. Because of the prior tragedy, Allison and Corey intend to leave Haddonfield, but Laurie grows increasingly skeptical of Corey as he begins copying Michael's actions. She prohibits him from leaving with Allison, but Corey responds by blaming her for the events in Haddonfield and claiming that if he cannot have Allison, no one will. On October 31st, Corey returns to the sewers and defeats Michael in a struggle for his mask. Meanwhile, Laurie and Allison dispute as she prepares to leave, and Allison, like Laurie, blames Michael for his behavior. That night, Corey goes on a killing spree, murdering the high school students at the junkyard. In the midst of the chaos, Corey's stepfather is also murdered by accident. He then murders his mother, as well as the radio station's DJ and receptionist. Back at the Strode house, Laurie Foe attempts self-murder to bait Corey to her, whom she shoots down the stairs. Corey also stabs himself in the neck to frame Laurie for his death in front of the arriving Allison. Michael suddenly arrives to recoup his mask and kills Corey, and after a struggle Laurie is suitable to jut Michael to the table. She removes his mask and gashes his throat, but he breaks one arm free and strangles her before Allison arrives and breaks his arm. Laurie slices his wrist, eventually killing him and redressing Karen's death. With Michael eventually dead, Laurie takes his body to the salvage yard, attracting the residers of Haddonfield, who follow her in a procession, and disposes of it in an artificial shredder. In the preceding days, Allison and Laurie attune, and Allison leaves Haddonfield while Laurie finishes her bio and rediscovers her love with Officer Hawkins.